Welcome everyone into today's live charting session. This is Big Bull here. And then after that, I will chart all the names in my list. I think there are around 150 names in the list. And then I will take some chart requests from you guys. And then if we got some free time today, I will also look at some of the trades that I took this week. I think there were only 6 or 7 trades, but they were all bangers this week. You literally had every single green day this week. And then I traded live with my team. So first thing first, let's look at ARC ETF here. See how it's looking on the daily time frame here. Daily sideways consolidation. I would say pretty sideways consolidation for a couple of days and a couple of weeks now. Just 2 weeks almost, I guess. And this is the next level. I think they're gonna tag this level. This is about 49.53. Definitely has a look of going higher. If we look at on the daily chart here, it also looks like this massive downtrend here. Price is consolidating below it. You just want to break come down. This is another fourth time it's working its way up here. So watch this 48 level break, and then we can see a massive move in the ARC names. So definitely on high watch ARC. And then all the names related to ARC like Roku, Shopify, and those type of names. Dow Jones, on the other hand, not looking good. We saw the rotation out of tech and S&P this week, where SPY and Qs were dumping, and then we saw money going into the SPY and going money into the growth names and high beta names like ARC and all that stuff. If you're looking at IWM, we got a good green move, a big gap up on Friday, but we got a sell-off. Now price is consolidating in this again sideways range. Watching this 217.55, as long as bulls holding this level, we can see new highs here. We break that, and then we have this small gap to fill around 210 or 211 would be my target here if we see a breakdown on it next week. Again, guys, price still in this range, so you don't want to take some heavy sized trades, I guess, just like last week. Looking at the charts, closed in weekly supply zone here after this massive back-to-back green days here. Definitely not the top, in my opinion. More coming, and then they will probably break this highs too. But we can see some sideways consolidation in the airlines and cruise names. Just watch jets if you want to trade all these names. Now we're getting Qs. I would say that is not a good look on the daily or on the weekly time frame here. I've seen this type of pattern before, where we have seen tops being formed for a long time. This is the supply zone. Price went into it and then rejected. Price is also above this prior swing highs. So if we get a fake out of this level here next week, candle is closing below, that is not going to be a good sign for the tech bulls, because price went to the weekly supply zone, it rejected back down, and then if that happens, this will be the ultimate target for the bears here if this supply zone protects. Let me show you where I've seen this kind of before. Right around here, if you see back in 2021 when I was trading Qs, this is where price made a huge dump to the downside, and then price made a new highs, broke above prior swing highs, met this supply zone here, and then dumped to the new lows back again. Right, so looks like an exact same setup here, but let's see how it plays out. No bias yet. But looking at the daily time frame on Qs, daily magnets are holding. There is no breakout structure on the daily time frame. You are technically want to see a change in structure in less. If you're looking at weekly time frame, you wanna drop it down to daily 4-hour time frame, basically from higher time frame to smaller time frame, and then wait for breakout structure, and then you confirm your bias. So at this point, we know the price is in supply zone, but to get a confirmation bias, we want to see a change of character here. Price is making lower lows, lower highs. Once you see this kind of setup, we know that this is a risk level now. Now every single pump on the daily time frame is gonna get sold unless we see another change of a structure here, right? So looking at daily, let me give you guys some of the key levels here for the next week. 484.60 would be a good level on it. Hold and then new highs, and then we break. We have this gap to fill on 474, 471. You see where I would buy longs. This is a good demand zone right here. If we pull back into this zone, should give us easy long intraday. quick bounce or dump, or quick bounce new highs. We'll find out soon. Semis ETF, it was down 3% at one point. Looks like the same kind of setup here. You know, price broke above this prior swing highs and rejected, formed this bearish hammer here into the supply zone, rejected with the bearish engulfing candle, closed below this prior swing highs after tagging the resistance, dumped back down. So watching 243 here. If we break the 243 level on SMH, I think more downside coming on the semi names, but definitely just look at the volume daily. Some high volume candles too, so you're not sure what the price gonna do here. So I'm watching for 243 level here as a bull and bear level going into the next week for the semis. Looking at the weeklies, semis, yeah, exact same setup as Qs. I think it also rejecting the golden retracement level. We're 61. Yes, guys, rejecting at 61, not a good sign. But let's see how the next couple of weeks plays out. Now we got SPY here. Guys, looking at SPY's at all-time highs, and now Qs is not at all-time high. So there is that divergence. So who's lying, we'll see in a couple of weeks. But looking at the daily chart here on the weekly on SPY, not a good look for, I would say, for bear so far, because price is above prior swing highs. The more times price gonna spend highs, high chance is gonna go high. So 564.50 is a key level. But one thing that is kind of concerning here, we are seeing a massive weekly bearish divergence here that is forming. Prices continuously making higher highs and higher lows, but the momentum is shifting towards even more, I would say, bearish side. Lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows in the momentum here. So this could be a massive fake out too. Just like that, we saw something like this here. Price was a weekly range. Price was above it, and then the moment price closed below, we got a retest of the same level, and then we saw a start of this big dump. And then just before the start of this big dump, we also had this massive bearish divergences were forming right at the tops. So just be careful, because we did rally a lot from the bottom here back in October. So if we do pull back, any candle closes below 564.50 on the weekly, then there are very high chances that we can see this is a top being formed here. But I'm continuing to buy the dip in demand zone unless we see a fake out. And then the good thing is this is a demand zone right here on SPY, right at this prior all-time high. So as long as bulls are protecting this level, they're going to expect a bounce. And then if we see a close below, then that is going to be a massive fake out level that is going to give us the easiest short trade again in the history that it gave us back in 2021. But it's going to play on the no bias, just on the daily today, because I don't swing like a month out, 2 months out. So whatever we get on the day, we play. But it's good to know what might come in the long run on the bigger picture. We have SWIX. Let's look at banks. How's banks looking? Banks rejecting off supply zone here. Rejecting off the supply zone. New lows. Again, this is a level 44.65 bull and bear level. If we break this level, then that is going to be a clear break of structure here on a daily time frame, lower lows and lower highs on a daily time frame, which means high chance you're going to see a sell in the banks. So bulls need to protect this 44.65 level, and then easy longs. And break it, I would say more easy shorts. Let's look at XLK real quick. Same setup as Qs. We got this bearish hammer here, and then candle closed below. Definitely not a good look if I see it from the fake out perspective here. Not a good look. Watching 223 level on it. If watch Qs and XLK, I give you guys levels for both. If you see guys those levels breaking down intraday starting next week, or they're holding, that is that will be my sign to get go long or short based on these levels. Healthcare, shooting star, break. This is already a breakout structure on the weekly here. What are the chances we can see a massive dump again? I think guys, those are some of the ETFs that you might have. Any questions on the ETFs? Let me know, please. I will look at. Again, I will update my SPY analysis. Once I'm done with this session, I will add in the free section, what I think is going to happen. I will just write a full detailed analysis for you guys for free this week. So let's just start with some of the names here. Guys, I'm gonna look at the names on the daily chart, and then I'm not gonna spend too much time on all the names. Whatever set, but I like that I think you need attention only. Then I'm gonna stop and talk about it. And there's no point of having 150 names in your watch list for next week. So we're gonna look for 8 to 10 quality names, and then we're just gonna play that. Apple, I would say double top, and also this prior supply here. Same setup as Qs, but you want to watch this 224 level on it, and we have this prior swing highs. Prices in this range here. Not a good look on the daily time frame. We got this massive high volume. This is something that you do not want to see whenever you go long, because price went into the supply zone here, and then we got this massive high volume bar. I would say, I don't know, this week was probably, I think, one of the highest volume, I guess. Yes, this last week was one of the highest volume bar. So be careful on Apple. Guys, again, price is still in this daily chop here on Qs and stuff. So Airbnb, I like the setup here. We have this massive gap to fill. We got this huge range breakout, but no retest here. Chances are we can go downside. We have this big gap to fill around 122 to 128 here. So almost 5 to 6 points gap here on BNB. So I'm gonna put in my green section and see, and also breaking range here. If we get a retest of 129 early next week, and that could give us a sniper entry on the shorts, and then gap fill would be our target here for Airbnb. Yes, I'm definitely going short, guys, for next week. It has the look. The reason is, if you're looking at the weekly time frame, we got this weekly fake out here, massive 3 or 4 weeks range, and will try to close above but couldn't, and then pushed below, and then this week's candle on high volume closed below the fake out level here, and it's a bearish engulfing candle. Looking at the daily, I think it's going to accelerate the sell to the downside. If you're looking at, there's a daily range break here. I can see clearly here, daily range break, retest here. So this will be my, I think, top setup for next week for short so far. I'm gonna put in the green one because we banged on a firm so much, because I know how this name moves, especially when it comes to the downside. And then you have near this short here, this whole back from, I don't know, $400, $200 all the way to the down. We shorted the fuck out of it. But I think it's about the time again. And now my target would be this demand zone. We price stays below this range here, and then this will be my target, or even this gap fill soon too. AMAT, no, not AMAT. Amazon looking highs, a lot of fake outs here, a lot of daily rejections here, prior swing highs. Closing next week is definitely going to be important, in my opinion, or next week or two. You'll see where the price wants to go, and then we can determine our bias for the remaining of the month. And then we're gonna make a monthly candle close to in a day or two. So it should be a fun week. Next one. BA is at near all-time lows here. Against COVID bottom. Shitty name. I would say any pump we see on this, easy sells. But no, not interested in BA. Daily sideways action, and then I don't recommend trading BA, because this thing, you have news every single day almost. You don't want to trust that when you in a position and the news comes in, and then you got fucked. Best Buy is looking good. Looks like it is heading to my target here. Slow and steady, going to the wave 3, 117 target. Daily sideways range here. Hold 100, and then definitely have more upside. Beyond meat. Guys, this is one of the another weak names out there. Look at Jets, and then can trade CCL based off that. Looking at the CCL, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 time is testing this resistance level here, and not a good look on the daily chart. We have earnings already here, earnings on Monday. So prices in supply zone on some high volume too. So we got this equal highs. If we break, it's going to be a massive move to the upside. Look at the weekly or even monthly here. Price is in this range for almost a year or two now. So let's see which side it breaks out. On the daily, it's in the supply here. So there's no reason to talk about it. There's a Monday morning. We're going to get earnings for that. Chewy, I like this name for more downside. because this got this fake ass pump and then into the supply zone, and then I gave an idea to the members to go long right here at the bottom, and then we hit 100% on the commons here, and then we got this news that that kitty guy is in it, and then since then it's in, the downfall started for Chewy. I think more coming. 29 support breaks, and then it should be an easy long sale. All these memes names are not looking good. AMC is weak. GME is looking weak. So I think Chewy is another one that gets added to the meme list here. So we should see 29 break this week, then followed by it's gonna go to this green box below here. Also, if you look, there's a fake out on the deal. So 29 support, I'm definitely watching to go short. Let me set up an alert there. It's already there. Coins range breakout here, definitely looking good for more upside. I think we also got this downtrend breakout on a daily time frame. I think more coming on this one. We have this supply zone above on the weekly next. I think any small pullback next week we get is gonna give us another new highs. How's Costco looking? Costco on the weekly has massive volume on the weekly, one of the highest you can see March here, and also a fake out so far of the prior highs. So guys, 866 or 866, 868, 870 level is a Q right here. If we get a fake out, and then we also have this massive weekly divergence forming to weekly bearish. So once we break this, that is a confirmation for a weekly change of structure. Only then we can go short on Costco, other than by the dip. Or the CVS. A lot of choppy names this last week or two. Yes, sideways consolidating in the range. Disney on the weekly. No. I think we're not gonna get many names today, because I see all the setups are the most overall the same setups. Most names here. PH. Sideways consolidation on ENPH. But if the cons are not liquid on this. Yeah, this is a name that you should be paying attention to. I think a squeeze can come or a big dump. I think 56 is their T level. Here we got this massive range breakout, after, I don't know, since start of August. And then 2 months of range breakout. We also got this high volume bar right at the bottom here with this hammer. So it looks like if we hold 56, we can see even more upside on this one. Again, another ARC name, watch ARC. How's ARC doing? If ARC is going higher, Etsy can get some momentum here. We get this low volume area right above it. On high watch, if you guys see this, you have this very low trade volume area here. And then we got this price already broke out of this massive base here. Stays above, easy long. Stays below, you guys know the fake out. Whenever there's a fake out, then you get the real move. If we get a fake out of this level, then you can definitely expect 100% new lows on it, 50 below 50. Crude names not looking good. Even crude oil is not looking good. Gold minus. Oh shit, weekly shooting star on gold. What? It's weekly shooting star on gold, but no sell signal yet. So might see dump in gold miners next week. Makes sense. Price went into this supply here, and then rejecting, closing below highest volume candle on the week. Definitely watching the shorts on gold minus 2 next week. We'll see if we got a pullback, then easy shorts with the high of that stop, prior highs as a stop. GE not interested. It looks the same. GM is a sideways. GameStop is in daily supply here. Google. Yes, guys, Google. I might trade Google next week. I am looking at it. Pretty beaten down name here, comparing to tech and SPY. You had lost all-time highs in July, so definitely weak with all this AI that they coming out. It's not working at all. So not a good look. Prices constantly making lower lows, lower highs, and then even on the weekly making lower lows, lower highs. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see more dump on this name here. So watching 162 level, we break, and then it should be an easy shot for Google here. And then no longs unless you see a break of 169 and then pull back and then go higher. No longs yet for me. Goldman is in sideways range. HD just sideways, near highs, not interesting. HUD is looking good. Sideways action, but on the weekly or monthly, whatever time frame it is, consolidating weekly. So watch this weekly level here. This whole zone basically 24 around 24 level we break that 24, I think big move can come on this. I gave you guys hold right around here at the bottom when it was consolidating in this 2 or 3 year range here. And then we finally got a massive breakout, a retest. This next move can definitely push it to around 35, 37 zone here, right above this zone. And then if you look on the volume here, since the IPO, you guys see this zero to no volume traded in this zone, zero to no volume in this range here at all. It can definitely move higher. So definitely on high watch. It might not happen this week, next or a week after, but keep an eye on this name. Holy, massive guys! I think a lot more coming in IBM. Guys, look at this monthly breakout here. This is probably going to go nuts, and probably I think it can go 300. This was a huge round-based breakout since 2012, 2011. So that's almost a 13-year base breakout. This is definitely be on your list here to trade longs. On the weekly bullish, daily bullish, every single time frame is bullish. Any dip that is going to get bought up to the new lows, new highs. So watch this 200 level. Anything above it, easy buys, in my opinion. Guys, Intel monthly, I kind of want to get some comments for Intel and just throw some money and or look at it for a year or two. Monthly is showing a massive bullish divergence here on it, and then a huge high volume candles. I would say against 2010, 2009, 2008. Highest volume candle, and then this is a type of volume that you do not typically see at the bottom and here the tops, right? So this is definitely not the top. So after getting down from 65 to 18, 19, and then modern money will not be selling here in this much of volume. I think this is gonna enter into accumulation phase pretty soon, just like hood. A lot more consolidation, a bit more, I guess, and then a massive move higher on this one. Keep an eye on this 2024 level. JPM, no, not yet. Coke's looking bullish. It's definitely going to go higher because all these recessionary names have high chances of going higher this week going forward, because now we got the rate cuts, the recession fears are coming back. You can definitely see it on the charts. To even no one's even talks about it. You can see all the recessionary in Walmart all-time highs. What else we have? Costco, near all-time highs. And then what else I was looking at here? Coke, and then with all-time highs. Pepsi is at all-time highs. What's another one? Pepsi, not all-time highs, but still holding nicely compared to other names. MACD, how's MACD doing? Yeah, MACD's all-time highs, right? So all these names, I think there's a Wendy's too. How's Wendy's doing? Wendy's, who goes to Wendy's now? Never mind. Leah, China is the one that is catching some attention here. Massive breakout here this week. Monthly range breaking out on Liados. Looking at Neo, even more stronger looking chart, guys. Neo, this massive volume bar, I would say, since March of 2022, and then we still have a couple of days left. Price is bouncing off this month, this COVID demand here, and also a downtrend breakout on Neo. I want to get into some of the commons too for Neo, and then just some lotos here with the 100% stop loss. $6 in the COVID. I remember when it was pumping back to 60-40 level. I got some at 45. I strong trade. I sold at 65, somewhere around that. But I was saying to myself, if it comes back to $2-3, I'll buy again. But now we look at it, it's there, and then no one's interested. But the setup is definitely here, guys. The setup is definitely 100% here now. Just back to these lows and new highs coming. I think we also got this huge monthly bullish divergence too on it. How's Meta looking? Well, let's look at Mara real quick. Mara on the weekly supply zone, weekly in the supply zone here. One of the weakest name here. I wouldn't trade this. Never mind. Already got set up. Guys, Meta came out with this event they had, and then it showed up on their chart that it looks like investors are liking the event, and then huge range breakout here. I'm definitely looking longs here on Meta if we break the prior highs. Not if we break prior highs, sure and easy longs for, and we can see more continuation on it on Meta. Again, all depends on SPY. I gave you guys my SPY analysis. Just see what SPY does, and then we act accordingly. Yes, MU. I took MU shots for next week in the premium. The reason that I'm short MU is we got this massive move on earnings. Price went into the supply zone, rejected on high volume, and candle closed below it. And then price is what's prior swing lows. There's a fake out. Next day, we got another high volume rejection of that fake out level, and candle closed at low of the day here. And then we have this massive gap to fill. So I think we can see a little bit of downside on MU, and then our puts is gonna go up. I don't know, a bagger or two. That would be nice. Spy, I will talk about Spy too in a second. I did show Spy to guys, but I will do it again. Don't worry. Let me just finish up with this names here. We already had halfway. Netflix guys, another fake out on this. If you look, prior swing highs can be close below, retesting it, and also looks like on this daily we got this evening star pattern, evening star candlestick pattern forming on this one. So you need to be watching this Friday lows here. I'm setting my alerts on Netflix on Friday lows. If we get a breakdown, should be a good move. We can see on this one. Neo is at the highs, but would I go short? After this move, not yet. Now you're gonna see a break of structure at least in a smaller time frame, and then I will get into a trade for short on this one. But guys, bullish looking chart, you do not want to just short names like this when it just gaps up every single day, 10-12%. Just wait a little bit. I'm just gonna go long on the pullback on Neo. I'm gonna get some commons, as I told you my game plan. Nvidia, I won't say this is a strong name anymore. The last all-time high was back in June, and the spies are all-time highs. I think Nvidia fever is it's over now. If you're looking at the weekly time frame, you can see all the supply zones that have formed here. Got this lower highs on the weekly, another massive lows, back into the supply zone, another dump back into the supply zone again this week, and then rejected. So bulls need to break above this prior highs to hold this lows here 113. Only then we can see a pump in Nvidia. If we break this 113 level, I think there's going to be more trouble for Nvidia bulls. 113 is a key level going forward. And then we also have this small demand zone that it formed. We also rejecting the supply zone. Pretty tough fight is going to be next week. Guys, Palantir, I like Palantir shorts here. Because thing is, I'm not a fan of buying the tops, and a fan of selling the tops right from the absolute top. And then Palantir, I think sell the news and be for this one. It rallied right from this bull flag breakout. The news broke out that's gonna get added to the S&P 500. I think this is the same things happen to all the names. You had this SMC. We got this news on this one. Yeah, it's gonna get added to S&P, and then look at the huge move to the downside. And this was another one that recently got added to the S&P. It was the name, man, of this fucking stock. And was it? I didn't even look at how the chart's looking. Yeah, I think it's added somewhere around here near. Still break even, not a good look. All-time highs, rejection coming down. All right, so these names they do get pumped before the news, and once it's all done, then we see the dump in these names. So Palantir, I think a dump coming on this one, and then that should be a tradable dump too. I'm waiting for 36, 38 break next week, and then I'll add shorts or even probably get a swing too with the high of the day stop here. Put in my green section here. PayPal, another shitty name that gets sold every single time on every single pump. From the last 4 or 5 years, I'm seeing this name, and then that's how it is. Every single pump it just gets sold. Looking at the weekly here, huge shooting star on this one. Definitely not a good spot to go long. The next demand is right around here, this below around $70 here. If we see a pullback into this demand, then I would be comfortable going long. Other than that, at this price is not interested. I might go short. The thing is, like, the thing you guys think about, I'm already looking at a firm to go short, right? I'm not gonna go into now PayPal to go short, PayPal to at the same time, because now a firm is on top of my list, and then we have Square too, and then we have Visa and Mastercard. All these names are similar category, and then if you want to trade one name, and then you look at all the sectors, how charts are looking, and then you get a more confirmation that okay, every single name in this sector is looking bearish, and then the ETF of this particular sector is also looking bearish. So you're going to have a bearish bias, but I'm going to wait for price to break some certain levels to show me in a smaller time frame that is actually going to go down. Then I'm going to go ahead and go with my bias, and then trade that trend using breakout structure in a smaller time frame. Right, makes sense. We got Qualcomm logs. We got a fake out. A lot of fake outs, guys. A lot of fake outs, as you can see on the charts. Not making anything up. It's just massive range, huge. I would say, price in this range since January of 2022 here, almost 2+ years in this range, and we got a fake out. But it's not confirmed unless we see a weekly change of structure, which is going to be a break of 42.33 here. 42.33 breaks, and then we have 38.73 our next demand zone on the weekly. This is what I'll be watching on the break. That's a fake out. Daily is also a fake out. Range, break, retest. Also watch Friday lows. If we break Friday lows, that should also give us a good trade. Also on the daily, we got this evening star pattern too. Because the volume should be high volume down. Yeah, a little bit high volume here. Not interested. Rivian, I might go short next week. Back into the supply zone here. Shitty name. Yeah, it's not a good look. It does not matter, guys. Market is going up or not. These names will always go down. Like Rivian, Affirm, UPST, MCI, all these shitty names. Starbucks, I'm watching very carefully this name. I think this can give us a good swing. The reason it got pumped this was like 25% pump in a single day, just because on the news that the CEO is now going to handle Starbucks operations too. It's going to be CEO of this company again, and then we got a pump on this name, but just got a one pump, and then price is just consolidating in this range for 2 months now. So if price starts breaking this range or even this low, say 94.37, I think slow and steady is gonna fill this gap. This is, I would say, the reason price lost mid all-time highs in July 2021, and then price just keeps going down. Not a good business model that investors see. We can see in the earnings every single time. Bad earnings report back to back, no growth signs. So let's see. Break this 94.37, we can see continued dump filling the gap on this one. So can give a good swing trade that can hold for weeks. SC, Shopify. Shopify is in a daily range. Yeah, a good setup, guys. Can definitely play this. You guys watch this range break. MCI. It's just gonna go down every single pump, I guess. This name is done. There's no way it's going back to or even 600. Snaps in the gap. No. Same setup as ETSY that I talked about. So no reason to multiple same kind of setups here. Ooh, Square, guys, this solar ETFs, another the weakest ETFs and names out there. I think another downside coming on this one early next week on solar names. Watch 10 ETF, ENP, First Solar, and there are one or two other names. These are only 3 or 4 names that I track, and then they all look good. Talk, you guys know about it. Shitty ass name, ARK owns it. Looking bullish, very bullish here. Tesla. It was lagging this whole time, just wanted to go higher, and then we got this dump. I was waiting, price consolidating in this massive range here for a couple months, and then we got a breakout of this level, retest, and the price is going higher again. So now my next target is 271 on this. I think price breaks 271, goes a little bit higher, and that is the next supply zone that we have on Tesla. So price goes in the supply zone, dumps, and goes higher. That we'll find out pretty soon. But I think one more high is coming on Tesla. 10-15 point rally we can definitely see. TSM dumped. So same setup as MU and Qs. Okay, name is nowhere, breaking out of this range. You guys watch Twilio. I don't know what they do, but I always short it. I remember shorting this name back in 2021 from all the way to top 355 to 38 every single day. This name made me so much money on puts, like 500%, like every single week. So those are good times. sideways range, we have this massive earnings gap to fill. This 64.90 level, we already break of this range here, range inside the range. And but 64.90, 65 is a big level we break. I think you can see a quick move to the upside if you look at the volume shelf, volume gap here above that level. So it should be on your watch list if you want a swing trade or whatever. Or you UPSD is also sideways. Guys, the thing is with UPSD, now you can see, talk about it. Price was consolidating this range, moves on the day, right ranges. But since we got a breakout, you guys see, it's moving 10-15% on that day. So, and then the cons are pretty liquid too on this one. If you scalp on intraday and stuff, I think this is the name that can pay you nicely on single day, basically. Look at this name, guys, moves very clean, like all other names, like names actually moves nice on the day, and then it moves big too. Like Friday, it went up 4 or 5%, and then it dumped 6-7% of the highs, right? And but on the day it's break even. You guys see the point? It moves upward, bull flagging. Don't trade these names anymore. Just stick to quality names. But it's good to know what is happening in the markets if you're new, still learning, and then get a good hang of the charts, support and resistance, how they work and stuff. Even if you only trade SPY, but I want you guys to these names every single day. I mean, look at me. I don't need to chart these names. I don't even trade these names at all, right? But the thing is, I've been charting these names for the last 5-6 years straight every single day, right? Every single day. But the thing is, the more you're gonna see, charts, these levels, more good muscle memory you're gonna build over time, right? So then let's say you're looking at a setup, and then it comes after 2 weeks, and then you get to learn about this setup in 2 weeks. But if you trade all these names every single day, that the setup that you're gonna learn on SPY in 2 weeks, that you might learn the next day, or in a day or two, and then time the same setup comes in SPY that you everyday play, and then you're gonna be more comfortable that you will be more the outcome of that setup, that was going to work or not, or how it's going to react, or how you want to position yourself, risk yourself in that play, right? So definitely every single day screen time, guys, do matter. Definitely suggest books over time. It's king. Massive move, as I said. I'll try to short these names unless we see a confirmation candle on the daily chart, right? Even on a confirmation candle, you just want to wait for a smaller time frame break of structure to get into a trade. If someone was asking me to short XPEF, but not Neo and all these names, just wait and then let the chart show you, and then take a short. Take a short too, because this is not a normal move. This is not a normal move from the bottom. This gap ups, this huge volume, a sell will come, but it will only reward those who wait, right? And then we're gonna wait, and then we're gonna get paid on this. Zoom, yes. I guess these were the all only names that I was looking. Not a lot of setups, but I would say 8 or 10 setups that I liked out of 50, 160. I will update all the setups in the free ideas for you guys. I will also update the SPY detailed analysis here. Let me quickly go through again on SPY here, the detailed analysis for next week. Guys, one level that you need to be understanding is on Qs. We're not getting new highs yet. Not new highs on Qs, but highs in SPY. So I think is that divergence here forming. Let's see which one's lying. I think the sell is coming, in my opinion. But we'll find out pretty soon. SPY's candles on the weekly, price above prior swing highs, prior all-time highs. So I'm watching 564.53 level here. And any retest of this level, or if we get a fake out of this level, I think see then more downside on SPY. Look at the daily here. This is the demand zone that I'm watching. So if we get a bounce of this demand zone, I will try longs in demand zone. If we get a pullback, getting new highs. But again, if price comes back into the demand zone, and then I see a break of structure on a smaller time frame, now this is a daily time frame watching, I'm probably going to look for a change of structure in a 30-minute time frame or an hourly, and then long based on this demand zone. But if we get a fake out, like semis, we got a fake out of a price swing highs, candles closing below. If same thing happens with SPY, but on the weekly level, candles closing below 564.53, we'll switch my bias to a long-term downside, where we can see 540 and 512 to on SPY. On the daily chart, on the weekly, mentioned, we are seeing this massive divergence here on the weekly, and then rejecting this weekly supply zone. But guys, you need to your price to show you to confirm your bias that is actually want to go down. If not, it's holding all these demand zones and still intact on the daily time frame, making higher highs and higher lows. There is no reason to go short, right? But if it does that, then you should be know, and then you should know that okay, this might happen if this happens, right? So if there's a fake out happens, then this is the next possible outcome is going to be. And as long as pricing staying above this 564.50 level, that means a clean breakout of this massive range, and then we're gonna see a continue push higher to the 600 level, right? So it's a probability outcome, and then you're just gonna go with market is showing you, not what you think the market is gonna do. Guys, if you have any chart requests, let me know, guys, in the chat. I will look at some of the charts here. SMMT, where do you find that? Are you short in this? Good look on the weekly here. I'm looking at the waves perspective here. If you look at the waves, it's wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This is possibly wave 4, another wave 5 higher. Weekly, because we are not seeing any divergences yet. Nothing like that, but possible a little more downside in this demand zone. Then looks like a dead name to me. I think it's gonna burn the premiums just sideways and then higher. Let me show you a good example. Same name, Sonos was a good one. I remember. I got this move downside, and then just keep dumping after that. What else to look at? I think that's it for today, guys. We'll upload the recording for this one on YouTube. Have a good day, everyone. Enjoy your day, and then I'll catch you guys Sunday in live trading. Have a good week. Have a good weekend, everyone.